Hey guys, I'd like to show you this old Carolla that's come in for a full respray. The owners of it have brought it to me yesterday. It's a little old 70s, I'd say late 70s Carolla. It's in undercoat, it's pretty straight. There's a few panels there that need straightening, a few little things here and there, but ultimately it's basically just a good primer coat, block and respray. Less a couple of rust spots to patch and a few little ripples through the doors, but she's a nice little old girl there, and I'm not 100% sure what colour it is yet. I've got the code, I've got to bring it up and see what it is, but watch this one. I'm going to document it from start to finish, the progress, again like I've done with the HQ and all the other ones that you've seen. It's going to look nice in the end. I'll just walk around it now to give you a starting point and go from there. We'll pull all the panels off this one. It'll be a full inside and out job. As you can see, it's pretty straight. It's hard to tell with the dull primer coat on it. It's only a very thin coat of primer, so I'm going to be re-priming it. Give it a good 4 to 5 coats of high build so I can get a good block on it. Ensure these panels are nice and straight. This door's needs a little bit of work through here. There's a few little rust spots starting in some of the lower sections of the panels, which I'll grind out. A little bit of rust in the boot, and I'll need the key to open that. See, just here we've got to do a little plate. Metal plate there. Yeah, we're going to transform this into something beautiful. Okay, so day one working on the Carolla. We've got this one skimmed and blocked and straight. As you can see, it was a lot worse than we expected. Like I said, that grey primer really does hide a lot of the imperfections on the panels, so this one just needed quite a bit more work, as you can see. So it's nice and straight now. I'm going to apply up to 5 coats of a high build primer, plenty of there to block it and ready for paint. Hey Byron. Right, so as you can see behind me here, I've got the body of the car in high build primer, 5 coats and guide coated, ready for a good blocking. Let's walk around that so you can see. Starting at the front. Alright, so we're coming to the final process of block work and applying the colour. I do actually have the colour, I'll show you what it is. It is called Rootbier. It is a House of colour, very translucent iridescent colour, which will have to go over a nice dark base to get its true colour there. Let's see if I can show you something here. It's really going to be hard to tell, but this is just a little sample of it. You can see it's kind of like a really deep coppery bronze colour called Rootbier. And it's going to look pretty cool on this little old Carolla. So I've got it here, the House of Colour paints. Got 3 litres here of Rootbier, the special thinner to go in it. I actually haven't laid a House of Colour down before, so I'll be referring to the technical data sheet so I can do this one right. I think it's going to look nice. I've done some spray art colour cards. So on different different grey bases. So the top is what it's over, that's a black grey base. You can kind of see with the flips how it flips. And then right through to, I've got a red base, a red pearl base. You see it's just a bit lighter and a bit redder on the flip. Right through to just a dark grey. Very minimal change really once you get coverage, but just that little bit and mostly on the flip. And this is a light grey, so you can see the colour's lighter. It'll sparkle and go a bit lighter in the sunlight. So I think we're gonna go over the black base, and the reason being it will look very dark at night, almost like a black. But when that sun shines on it through the day, as you can see, it's gonna have that beautiful bronze pearlescent flip to it. So I think the black base is the winner. Yeah, we'll see how that looks at the end. I'm here about to do the top coat on all the panels. I know I said I was going to bolt all these panels on the car and do it all uniform because of the iridescentness of the colour. However, I've made this amazing ground coat. It covers really well, and with a couple of coats of the colour over the top, I'm sure if I just do it all exactly the same, I'm going to make this look exactly the same and be able to paint these panels off the car. So we'll come into the booth and I'll show you what I've got going here. So as you can see, got my bonnet, boot, all the doors, got the power panel, the grill. So I've got my ground coat and the gun. I'm about to get full coverage on these, and the ground coat I've made is very dark, almost a black. As my spray out card earlier, it went really nice over a black, but I have just put a little bit of red and a little bit of copper pearl in to replicate the root beer. So when I do spray the traditional root beer over the top, it's going to cover really easy, and I'm just going to make sure that I know exactly how many coats I do, and then when I go to do the body, I'm going to do it exactly the same. When I put all these panels on the car, I'm confident they're all going to look the same. So here we go. Two coats down on my ground coat. Half the coat was put down first and then a really heavy coat second. I'll just walk around and show you how that's looking. It's still flashing off, but as you can see it looks nearly black, but it's actually a really, really dark brown almost with the red in there and the copper pearl. Looks very close to the actual House of Colour root beer. So when I do lay my top coat down now, it should cover really nicely. It's going to take about 10 minutes to fully flash off, so I'm going to go get my House of Colour ready and get that to put down. Alright, so I'm mixing up the House of Colour paint right now. It smells funky as. This is it here. It's a 2-to-1 mix with the House of Colour reducer. So I'm going to pour that in. I'm going to go right up to, I think we'll go up to that 4 there. Level 4. House of Colour reducer. To the next 4, 2-to-1. Right about there. Okay, I use the 3M Smart Gun with the PBS hot setup. Alright, here we go, laying down the first coat of Rootbier.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love
for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this.
Time to apply the clear coat. This is where the magic happens. This is where the colour's really going to pop. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to look. On. I'm going to walk around it. It looks really cool. It's a really nice coppery bronzy colour, and I'll flip the camera around so you can get a better showing of it, and when it's all back on the car we'll get it outside and you'll see it there. Just can pick up the pearl in the certain lights, but if you look at it like that, it looks like a black panel until you get in the flip and see the red and copper through it. Three coats are clear, 3 heavy coats. And the door's laying flat, so it's going to flow out really nice overnight. In this cool weather. Hopefully when I come in the morning it'll look like glass. Well, as it does now, I guess. It's a nicer light to see that copper through there. All right. Now on to the next phase. Just getting the body all rubbed down and masked up and painted exactly the same as I've done these. I've done 2 coats of top coat with a pattern coat. So I'll get coverage with the ground coat on the car, and I'll do exactly the same thing with the same gun, same strokes. I'm just going to mimic what I've done. That way when they all bolt together, I'm certain you're not going to tell any difference at all. It's going to look really nice. So good things to come. It's 6:30 in the morning on Saturday. Here it is behind me, all masked up, ready to go. Just going to blow a little bit of colour inside the boot just to make it look a little bit factory. that is that. 3 coats of high build clear, laid down, beautiful. Got a few bits of dust in it that I'm going to have to denib out, so you'll see that when I walk around it. There's not many though, but I'm aiming for a really nice glass finish on this cold winter morning with a cold booth and a normal hardener. This is going to flow out really glassy. I really just hope that it doesn't fall off the panel and I get a heap of runs. So far it looks good, it seems to all be holding up. So I'll flip the camera around and show you what we got. See a couple of bits of dust there I'll need to denib out, but that's not a problem. They'll be completely taken out, buffed up. It's nice and straight. Get the radiator support behind the plenum there, just so you don't see any of the old colour coming through. It wasn't an engine out job, so we masked up the engine bay, and that can just be cleaned up and maybe blackened. Yeah, it doesn't get much glassier, that's for sure. Yeah. All right, so come Monday, we're just gonna get all the panels put back on the vehicle and all the little bits and pieces and accessories, and I'll give it a really good denib. There's a little bit of dust in this one. You know, sometimes you nail it, you get no dust, and other times you get a little bit. It's just the nature of being a spray painter. But when it goes out the door, it'll be completely flat and dust-free, and spend a few hours denibbing and buffing it. So, there it is. We'll get a better walk around once it's all back together and ready to go out the door. All right, so the Carolla's going out the door. I'm going to do the final walk around so you can really gauge how this thing looks. It looks amazing. I'll flip the camera around, as usual, starting from the front corner. Pick up that nice candy pearl root beer effect. Straight's what we're going for. Glassy finish, accomplished. And you can see that colour pop in the sun, changing all the angles. Roof's like a mirror. All right, here's my customer. Say hello, Lachlan.
How are you, people? Ben did an amazing job. Much
Happy with that.
appreciated, mate. Thank you very much.
And thanks for being a great
Beautiful.
customer, mate.
Ah.
Thank you, Greg.
That's all right.
Greg over there, soliciting such a fine little job.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
now
you.
it's going on the truck, and she's going home. Well, actually, I think it might be going to interior next, isn't it, Lachlan?
Next,
yeah,
yeah.
interior next, and then just fine-tuning bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Actually runs smooth. It's running now.
Yeah.
It's running nice. All right.
Pretty healthy, yeah.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. There goes another happy customer.